Today, we are making old-fashioned American goulash. Hi, my name is Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my kitchen, friends. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a one-pot meal. It's old-fashioned goulash. Some people call it American goulash because it is made with ground beef, where I think traditional goulash is made with like stew meat. If you know for sure, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. So as always, I have linked today's recipe in the description below, as well as all of the utensils that I'm using in my kitchen. So if you ever have any questions, make sure you check that out. So my kids love this recipe. It's a great mixture of like a tomato sauce with ground beef, and then you cook the pasta in the same pan. So it's a great one pot meal that's ready in under 30 minutes, and you only have one dish to clean up afterwards. All right, let's get cooking. First, we're gonna dice up the veggies. So this recipe moves pretty quick once you get over to the skillet. So I recommend that you get all your ingredients ready, so then when it starts cooking, you can go pretty quick. So for this recipe, you need one green bell pepper and a half an onion chopped. I'm gonna get these chopped up with my little veggie chopper that I'm gonna link in the description below. Carrie and I are obsessed with this thing and we're loving it. It's the easiest way to chop your veggies. So to get traditional goulash, you do need the bell pepper in there. It gives it that traditional goulash flavor. I just am cutting out the outside of the peppers, and then I'm gonna chop it in this chopper here. And then when you're using this to cut peppers, you just want to cut it down into big pieces that will fit in the chopper, and then just chop. So if you haven't seen one of these before, there's like a little blade right there, and then you just put it on there and you slam it shut, and it chops it into fine pieces, and then it stores it for you in this nice little container so it's all together. So it's really awesome. My sister Carrie is always telling me that I don't use enough compression on mine. You gotta like slam it. But it definitely speeds up chopping veggies and makes it a ton easier here. Okay, so we have the bell peppers done. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but with the onion. So I'm gonna use a white onion for today's recipe. You can use white or yellow. I just don't recommend red on this one because the red is pretty sweet and I don't think it's gonna go well with the flavors. But white or red is awesome. I'm just peeling off the ends of the onion, and then peel out that outer layer of the onion that's sometimes kind of soft and wilted. And then we just need half for this recipe. So lay it flat on your cutting board, cut it in half. To get it to fit into the chopper well, I like to cut the half in quarters, and then you can put each quarter in your chopper and chop. All right, these veggies are ready to go. Now it's time to get the beef started. So start with a large pot, or I'm using a Dutch oven today. And we are going to add in 1 pound of ground beef. Add in the diced onions and green bell peppers. I'm just adding mine in from my chopper here. And then add in a tablespoon of minced garlic. I am using the pre-jarred minced garlic, but you can mince your garlic if you're preferred. So break up this ground beef, and we're just wanting to brown the beef and get those veggies nice and soft. I'm using this meat chopper, which you can link below. It's awesome. I use almost every day. I can't live without it. We're just going to break it up as it cooks. So here's the progress. It's browning nicely. And you want to continue to let it brown. When you're browning ground beef, you don't want to break it up constantly. You want to kind of let it set and brown for a little bit and then break it up. And then you keep doing this until when you break up the beef, it's no longer pink. This is looking really good. I'm just going to let it brown for a couple more minutes. So it's officially ready. You can see that none of the beef is pink anymore when I break it up. Now, this beef doesn't have a lot of excess grease, so it's fine. But if yours is pulling a ton of grease from it or extra water, go ahead and drain that off. Reduce the heat down to medium. Add in 3 cups of beef broth. Now you can use water with bouillon cubes if you prefer. I love the beef broth because of the flavor that it adds to this recipe. Now we are going to add in 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 15-ounce can Petite diced tomatoes. Then add in 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons Italian blend seasoning mix. Now you can put this just at your regular seasonings at your grocery store, and I'm going to link the recipe below in case you don't have it available in your area. Add 1 bay leaf for flavor and stir in 8-ounce dry uncooked macaroni pasta. Stir to combine all these ingredients. Once all the ingredients are added, move the heat up to high, and we're going to bring it to a low boil. So when I say a low boil, this is what you're looking for. Just when you start to see bubbles popping up in the mixture, you don't want it like a royally boiling where it's all boiling. So once you see it like that, cover it. Oh, that's my puppy dog. He's saying hi. Reduce the heat to low, and we're going to let it cook for about 20 minutes until that pasta is nice and tender. Okay, it's time to check it. It's been cooking for about 20 minutes now. Look at that, how beautiful it looks. It looks amazing. So you're just wanting the pasta to be nice and tender, and the pasta should soak up most of the liquid. Now this still has a little bit of liquid on it, but as it sits, it will continue to soak that up. Officially done. Before you serve it, you want to find and remove that bay leaf. There's mine right there. It's just doesn't taste great if you eat it. If you accidentally leave it in, it should be fine, but I try to find it, remove it before I serve it to my family. All that's left is to serve it up. Now this makes quite a bit. It is a full pot. This can easily feed 6 to 8, depending on how big of eater your family is or how hungry everyone is. It's very filling with the tomatoes and the beef and the pasta. Now, a traditional goulash does not have cheese in it, but you could top it with cheddar cheese if you're craving some, and that would taste amazing on this as well. Since it's very filling, I usually just serve, I got steam coming off the pot. I'm like this. That's a good sign. I like it nice and hot. Since it's very filling, I usually just serve it with an easy side salad to keep dinner simple and easy. And another great thing about this goulash is that the leftovers keep great. Just refrigerate them in an airtight container and heat them up in the microwave, and they'll easily last 4 to 5 days. All right, friends, I am out of here. I am getting hungry. Don't forget, I've linked this recipe in the description below. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss one of our recipes. I can't wait for you guys to try this one, and then let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great day. I'll see you next time in my kitchen. Bye, friends.